Alianue Thiam, the American R&B singer and producer known as Akon, has been through drastic changes in his career. Most known for his music career, on the other side, he says he's a businessman first and musician second. But secretly building his own $6 billion megacity came as a surprise to everyone. So here's everything you need to know about the city and what made him bring this decision. Number 8. Being recognized for it. Do you guys remember back when Akon songs were on every possible radio station? We're talking about the golden 2006, back when every girl was going crazy over Justin Timberlake. Well, back then, Akon was quite famous with his hits Smack That and Lonely. Simpler times, simpler times. But apparently, he made some thinking about life and music not the thing he wants to be recognized for. In an interview with Business Insider, Akon told that one of his biggest fears was just being known for singing and dancing. If we're about to look at his career now, well, it's not like he's very active with music, but the singer has changed some things. He shifted from making hip-hop and R&B hits to creating out a new name as a tech entrepreneur in Africa. He started with his solar power company, then began his own cryptocurrency. Oh, and he bought a diamond mine in South Africa, as The Guardian reported. Number 7. Part of his childhood. And, well, the latest report is that Akon is building his own city in Senegal. And we, just like every other person on the planet, are a little curious, well, skeptical about it. However, you might wonder about the name of the city, which is Akon City, of course. The cryptocurrency intended to power it? Akon. We plan to literally franchise the city, Akon told TMZ in August of the progress on the coast of the West African country, which he obviously loves since he spent most of his childhood there. The place he's about to use is a 2,000-acre waterfront oasis meant to work as a center for business and tourism. Akon City's official website describes a futuristic city where people will see a lot of skyscrapers and palm trees. And the lucky people living there would be able to use Akon to pay for the tram, essential services, business licenses, and their taxes. If this works out, this will be just the beginning of many more Akon smart cities in Africa. Akon's business partner John Karis, a former Hollywood producer, helps him in the process of planning the city. As Karis is the president and co-founder of Akon and the CEO and co-founder of Akon Legacy Ventures. Akon City has been a dream and vision of Akon's for probably more than a decade, Karis told Business Insider on a phone call. It was just the how and what, and having the team and resources to pull off such a massive undertaking, he added. Number 6. Will this work? From the many interviews that Akon made talking about the upcoming city, we saw how important members of the plan and specialists in the tech and sustainable development fields in Africa are involved in the project. But Business Insider investigated how this project is working out. Now, we said that Akon is making a $6 billion project that goes mostly on a single named investor's aid. We also need to mention that the investor has an account of lawsuits on file about unpaid debts. Everyone in the project, including Akon, promote the city as a future job savior for locals, but the plan for how precisely locals would profit from the construction of the city is still a secret. The purpose of Akon City is to sell exclusively in its own digital cash currency, cryptocurrency, called Akon, as we previously mentioned. As the singer stated, more people in Africa trust their cell phone companies more than they trust local currency. Number 5. Less dependent on governments. Now, let's talk more about how these people living in Akon City won't depend on governments. Back in 2019, in an interview with CNN, the singer explained how cryptocurrency will allow Africans to become less dependent on their government. Now, if this goes its way, the residents will be able to have control of their own currency. We want to be able to kill corruption through blockchain itself, and I think starting with currency, it's the biggest thing. The main thing they, Africans, will be able to gain is independence, and I think being in the position to make your own financial decisions is key, he said. Now, how is this going to work? Because only 1/3 of Senegal's 16.2 million population have access to a smartphone, according to a 2018 report by the Pew Research Center. Oh, and questions around Akon's operations in Africa grew when in 2015 he said he was manipulated African leaders. In Africa, you've got to manipulate them. You have to, he told on an Africa Day celebration at Coca-Cola, describing difficulties in convincing African leaders to take part in the projects. and Michael Kimani, the director of the Blockchain Association of Kenya, described the Akon plans as pie in the sky, since it would need widespread usage across Africa to work. Number 4. When will he start? Akon told that work would begin in his city in 2021. He mentioned that Akon spent his early childhood in Senegal before moving into New Jersey when 7 years old. And according to his website, Akon City would offer job possibilities for Senegalese people and serve as an alternative destination for African Americans facing discrimination in the United States. His words describe that he wanted to build a city or a project like this that would give African Americans the motivation to know that there is a home back home. Since, according to him, the system in the U.S. treats them unfairly in so many different ways that one can never imagine, and they only go through it because they think there's no other way. He also explained that his goal for Senegal is to be the go-to tourist destination in Africa. As you are coming from America or Europe, anywhere in the diaspora, and you feel that you want to visit Africa, we want Senegal to be your first stop, he stated. Number 3. Tourism in Africa. The Senegalese tourism minister, Alianue Thiam, supported Akon's plans to invest his money in a city that struggled with the economy, especially during the coronavirus pandemic. Africa's tourism industry has struggled a lot because of the pandemic since airports, hotels, restaurants, and tour companies in the continent are closed for quite a long time. After Senegal closed its airport, land, and sea borders for 4 months, this is not the first time Akon decided to invest in the continent. Back in 2014, he commenced Akon Lighting Africa, a foundation plan in connection with the World Bank and governments to produce solar-powered electricity for 600 million Africans. According to Lighting Africa's Total website, the project is working in 25 countries across the continent. Number 2. 2,000-acre land. This year, Akon and Senegal's Minister of Tourism appeared together, and the minister set the first stone in a ceremony at Akon City's construction site. Media, politicians, members of Senegal's tourism agency, and citizens of Mbadine all gathered for the upcoming project. 1 day later, Akon appeared with Saul at the presidential palace in Dakar to show ideas for the city. As we previously stated, the building is supposed to start in early 2021. The construction of roads, residences, a police station, and a school are assumed to be done in about 3 years. And in 10 years, we expect Akon City to be over and operating only on Akon. It will support up to 500,000 people, according to Bakri. This is a great idea, and we hope that Akon will succeed in it. But at this moment, Akon City is an empty 2,000-acre area of land, and it's located 2 hours from Dakar. Number 1. African Manhattan. Akon City is designed as the continent's first leadership in energy and environmental design, LEED, and is being designed to run entirely on renewable energy. We started construction in March, and Stage 2 is going to be 2025, said Akon. However, there were some speculations about Akon's net worth because clearly it would take a billionaire to build an entire city. But the 46-year-old said, "I don't even think billionaires label themselves billionaires, because you have no idea how much you're worth." Ideas for a smart city in South Africa once were recognized as an African Manhattan, but were stopped when the city of Johannesburg refused the offer because it didn't involve affordable housing, and a planned Silicon Savannah in Kenya is having a hard time because of grandiose plans, red tape, and a lack of funding, as VOA News announced last year. Yet another person who investigated the city project told Business Insider the total price of building Akon City could possibly end up being double the estimated $6 billion. People involved in the project are quite confused about whom the city is being built for. According to Bakri, the city is for everyone, from workers to Hollywood stars. Martin, KE International's project manager for Akon City, announced that 30% of the city's housing would be affordable to the lower half of the wage market. But, on the other hand, Akon said he could see more of the elite local Senegalese living there first before the middle class. That list, of course, includes him, as he said, "Once it's up, that's where you're going to find me. That's where I'll be living." We end our video here, guys. Share your thoughts about Akon City. Do you think it will go according to plan? Let us know. Make sure you like the video, subscribe, and hit the bell icon for more amazing videos such as this. Thanks for watching.